And welcome back on this beautiful September, the last day of September up here in Nova Scotia. And I'm out for a ride today to take in the beauty of the leaves. They're starting to change colors. This week coming up is supposed to be the best week for colors of the leaves. I'm noticing there are still a lot of leaves that haven't changed their colors fully, but they are, changing, and hopefully next weekend I'll be able to do the same ride and we'll be able to see the difference in the colors from this weekend to next weekend. Hopefully it'll be nice like this next weekend. I think it calls for nice, but you never know. It's 7 days away, so it could change. Could be a hurricane or something, who knows. But today is what we'll take in, and you can see some of the trees have quite nice bright color. Like you can see the red coming up here. Hopefully you can see the red. And something else I'm trying today is I borrowed my brother's GoPro and I put it in wearing it on my chest, because a lot of people said they'd like to. I wouldn't say a lot of people. There's a few people, not even a few. I remember two, but could be more thinking the same thing, just didn't bother typing it. But they recommend that I change the orientation of my camera, because right now I have it on the side of my helmet, and really I have it there because the action camera I have is a Sony, and the Sony is long and narrow, so it's better suited for the side of the helmet. And I really can't put it on top because I think that it looks stupid. So I couldn't do that. It probably doesn't look great on the side either, but it doesn't look like some Roman knight with a feather sticking out the top of my head or something like that. So I put it on the side, and even I looked at some options to put it in the front of the helmet, like where the mouthpiece is. But again, because it's long and narrow, it would stick out like I'd have a super long beak or something like that. And then the external microphone jack is covered up, so it gets really complicated with the Sony. And the only other option would be to actually wear it on my chest. But again, then I got to deal with the cable going up to the helmet for the mic and stuff like that. So I decided not to do that for the time being. I have been looking at cameras to replace the camera, but they are expensive, some of them, especially the GoPros. Especially they just released the Hero 7, I think. So that's like $700-800, something like that. I'd like to get the Hero Session 5. I know it's going out of production. It's discontinued, and there are still a few places that have it, but they haven't really come down. I kind of missed. There was a sale at Best Buy, and they're sold out completely. So I kind of missed that, but I'm keeping an eye out other places, see if they come down. And that would be the ideal camera that I'm looking for, because I can put it right in the beak of the helmet. Otherwise, I got to look at something that's going to go in the front of my my helmet, probably on the end of the mouth guard. Oh, sorry, I just had a cough there. But back to the dilemma of the cameras. So we're going to try this Hero out, or I think it's a Hero 4 my brother has. I think it's silver. I don't know much about the GoPros. I know it's like Apple, you're paying for the brand premium. It might not be better than any other camera, but you pay for the name. So we'll see when we compare the two videos. I'll switch back and forth when I edit this video, and people can chime in on what camera they prefer, if they have any other suggestions of cameras or placement of the cameras that I haven't perhaps thought about. I like to keep it up high. Look at the colors, wow. and so I can use my body for bracing. I don't want to really put it on, affix it to the bike, and I may do that for one camera at some point. And what I'm going to do is go down here because of the colors. It's a short little ride, so you can see this really shows the colors. There's not much yellow. A lot of reds and browns. These are starting to dry up a little bit. So like I said, you know, if you have any suggestions on a camera that you would recommend, you know, post it in the comments below, and I'll have a look for it and check the reviews, because of course I'm not going to buy anything without reviewing it fully, as you can see from my other video with the why I chose this bike and some of my gear selection. I tried to make sure I check stuff out. And with the leaves, the trees, the color changes. The yellow hasn't really... Look at the moon up there. Wow. I don't know if you can see that, but the moon's up in the sky. It's what, 3/4, something like that, or more than 3/4? No, maybe it's 3/4. I don't know. The yellow trees haven't really kicked in their color change yet. So I think there's going to be a staggering of the colors this year. The colors are a little bit late, it seems, and I think it was because we had such a great summer that the colors aren't fully kicked in yet. And you can see, like, if you just look at that tree coming up ahead here, you can see the top of it and some of the sides color change, but there's still a lot of uncolored leaves there. So like I said, next weekend should be the weekend. And you can see this stretch here, like there's hardly any color at all. I can see some pine trees and a lot of the birch. Like I said, the birch hasn't really kicked in yet. And the birch is usually the yellower color. And I may put, you know, a picture up to say, okay, this is the different types of trees and the different colors they should become, as a front to the video. Because this is one of the, I'll say, attractions of Nova Scotia in the fall. The color change, the leaves. It's really becomes beautiful in the fall. Here, and I'm gonna go up here because I think you can see this is a good valley shot. Hopefully there's not too much glare. There you can kind of see there's a little more oranges and reds. The yellows really haven't kicked in yet. So we know this goes to the bridge, so I'll just go down to the bridge and probably head back up. And I may go check out the lake, the Spectacle Lake I think it's called, just to see what the colors look like around the lake. So here's the bridge where I said we were going to turn around. And let me just get some air here so I don't fog up too bad. You can see the colors on the river. It's running pretty fast. You can see the bubbles. That's a pretty shot.